Okay, this is Math-7, so percent packet part 2. This is our second percent packet. Okay, on page 23 there, you see a table. And well, it's really small for you to see it right here, but you should be referring to your own packet. So on page 23, the table shows the result of a survey given to the students in Miss Williams' homeroom class. Use the data to solve the percent problem. Okay, so there are quite a few problems that you have to solve using this table. Now, this is number 13. What percent of the students in the class ride the bus to school? Okay, if you're just looking at this question, it really doesn't make sense because it doesn't tell you anything. And that is why you have to refer back to your table. Okay, so you need to, from the table here, you don't know any percent. So you need to figure out how many students are there in the class and how many of them are riding the bus to school. Okay, so let's start counting. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so I have counted 16 students in this class. Okay, so let me write it down. And this is going to be your whole. Okay, and now we need to figure out how many students ride the bus to school. So let's count. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 students ride the bus to school. Okay, so these 9 students will be your part. Okay, so we have the part, we have the whole, and then we are just looking for the percent. So let's set up this proportion. Okay, I'm going to shrink this. Okay, so remember the formula to set up a proportion is percent over 100 equals part over whole. Okay, so you don't know what the percent is, so I'm just making it x. So you have x over 100 equals, the part is, okay, this is the part 9. So equals 9 over whole is 16. Okay, normally when you can simplify a fraction, you want to simplify it first before you do any operations. But in this case, you cannot simplify 9 over 16. So just go ahead and practice cross product. We're going to use cross product to find out what x is. So cross products meaning you would multiply these terms diagonally. So you're going to do x times 6 and then 9 times 100. So x times 16, I'm sorry. X times 16 will give you 16x. And then 9 times 100 is 900. Okay, so in order to single out x, you are going to divide each side by 16. So divide this by 16, divide this by 16. Then you have x equals, so just use long division to figure out what 900 divided by 16 is. Okay, and you should find out that when you try to divide 16 into 900, you are not going to get a whole number, and you have 56 and 4/16, which will turn into 56 and 1/4. Okay, so we almost have our answer. 56 and 1/4 actually represent 56.25 or 56 and 1/4%. Okay, so this is 56 and 1/4%. And let's write this as a complete sentence answer. Okay, 56 and 1/4% students ride the bus to school. Okay, now let's look at one more problem. Okay, this is number 17. What percent of the students in the class were born in either April or October? Okay, so from earlier problem, we know that we only have 16 students in this class. So, well, again, let me just write it down first. Okay, and then we're going to count how many of them are born either in April or October. Okay, so, well, I'm just going to highlight it and might make it easier to look at. Okay, so April, so I see 1 April here, and then 1 April here, 1 April here, and also October. So October, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 October. So altogether I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 students were born either in April or October. So let's write that bit of information down. Okay, so the 16 students will be your whole, and then the 6 students here will be your part. And you're looking for percent. Okay, so this is your Okay, so this is your whole, it looks better now, and this is your part. Okay, so back to the percent formula. It is always percent over 100 equals part over whole. Okay, so in this case, percent over 100 is what you need to find out. So I'm just going to make x the percent. So x over 100 equals part is 6 and then whole is 16. Okay, this time I can reduce this. So 6 over 16, I will use the numerator and the denominator by 3. I'm sorry, by 2. So this is 3 over 8 3/8. And then, well, let's rewrite this and we'll use the cross product. Okay, so x over 100 equals 3/8. Okay, so you do 8 times x and then 3 times 100. So 8 times x is 8x equals 3 times 100 is 300. Okay, and then to find out what x is, you will divide each side by 8. So one side becomes x, and then the other side, let me do some long division there, and you should do the same. Okay. Okay, so you should get 37.5. That means there are 37.5 students that were born either in April or in October. Okay, so let's write down your answer in a complete sentence. This is the answer. 37.5% students were born either in April or October. Okay, so just make sure you use this formula when you set up the proportion and everything should be fine.